He will be psychologically prepared. And that poor fellow is not seeing anybody climbing on him, but the weight has become suddenly 3 times more. He got shaken. He started running, so I fell and I had a fracture. I just got up and said, I think there is a fracture, let's give a medical attention. Morning 7:30 the fracture happened, we have a video. And then I described how in our naval center we have our emergency 911 ambulance. So please understand, all our bodies are equipped to handle all our emergencies. Every medicine needed is in our naval center. Manipatmeham. That Manipatma in the naval is nectar. It has everything to repair our body. So I was seeing very clearly from there all the emergency supply going to that place to repair, and I was describing the whole scene. And only evening they did whatever need to be done, the surgery and everything. I insisted that do it without anesthesia, but they said, no, you are a VIP, we can't take the risk, and all right. Anyhow, that story is different. I tell you from my experience, fracture doesn't give pain if you think why me gives pain. At least I have 5 incidents of my kids falling and having fracture. No question of even pain. No, not even the idea of pain. We have kids. All you need to do is teach ferociousness as dharma of getting matured.
In Sanskrit we have 2 words, Vada, Pradivada, Kandana, Mandana. Means churning the logic till you achieve the nectar of understanding, realization. Kandana Mandana means the removing all the things which does not exist but gives you the feeling it exists. See, I tell you, it is just like a 2 edges of the cloth. One edge you say life is suffering, one edge you say life is bliss. But when you move to any one edge, you will become enlightened. You will jump out of that. You will fall out of that edge. Please understand, enlightenment is falling out of this. Life is this. One edge is life is bliss. One edge is life is suffering. Go to any one extreme through your cognizance, you will jump out of it. You will become enlightened. Whether you believe Buddha, life is suffering, or whether you believe me, life is bliss, if you align your cognizance to that one belief, you will become enlightened. But suffering is part of life is not going to liberate you. Who said that? Suffering is part of life is not what Buddha taught. You heard. That is what you heard, but didn't see. Suffering is part of life. You heard. Buddha did not say. Buddha said life is suffering. There's a big difference between suffering is part of life and life is suffering. Align to anyone. Once actually I landed upon a very deep, strong, sacred cognition in my life that I cannot be hurt. I cannot have any pain. I am the Atma. Atma cannot have any pain, suffering, nothing. It is pure space. It was so powerful and so strong. I went and took the knife and cut my thigh to check it. A child will not have a guts to take a knife and cut himself to check. Understand, I tell you, the power of the cognition was so much. I could not control myself testing it on me because I was too excited. Of course, I needed few more understanding. See, when I am the Atma, soul, I am not the body, and I cannot be destroyed, I don't have pain, I am beyond sufferings, then I should have tested that on my Atma, not on my body. I have tested it on which something I am not. See, the experience is sitting in the Atma, the cognition is sitting in the consciousness. But experimenting, I am doing it on my body. That understanding I gathered little later. But that cognition was so powerful. Even when there was a pain on the body, I did not feel bad for what I did. I did not feel bad about testing it. It was such an ecstasy. Wow, wow, wow. Like a long journey is over. Now I don't need to run around anywhere here and there. I am that rest, that restful awareness, that cognition was such an ecstasy.
When I cut my thigh and went back to Annamalai Swamigal, he said, what you did is neither wrong nor right. I couldn't understand. What do you mean? He said, because of this cutting yourself, you got the click. Ultimately, that you are not the body. Actually, after that only he gave me the initiation into that Aham Spurana. The methodology of the Aham Spurana by great incarnation, Ramana Maharshi. It was transmitted to me by Annamalai Swamigal. So Ramana Maharshi is my Paramaguru. And Annamalai Swamigal transmitted that Aham Spurana, Anubhava into me, and which became reality when I was 12 in the Pavazhakundru. After that, once Annamalai Swamigal was telling me, now understand the thing you did, cutting your thighs, neither right nor wrong. Because you got the vision, you don't need sacrifice. You don't need to cut yourself again. If Annamalai Swamigal said cutting yourself is right, I would have been continuously doing that everywhere. And all of you will be sitting and cutting yourself. It is not right. Same way it is not wrong. You need certain kind of a ferociousness to do sacrifice till the vision clicks. That kind of a ferociousness is required for the vision to click. So because the ferociousness is required for the vision to click, the experimenting on yourself, cutting yourself, your thigh was not wrong. Because it is not required regularly, once the vision clicks, it is not right. Understand it properly. Sacrifice is required only till the vision clicks. Once the vision clicks, you don't need sacrifice. Because living enlightenment does not need sacrifice. It only needs the vision clicking in you. But till the vision clicks, you need to have the passions and perseverance, will, persistence. For that you need sacrifice. Shivajnana Anubhuti, Shivajnana Anubhava, Paramashivoham Anubhuti is a vision manifest, not torture or suffering. The fundamental cognitions are the principles the foundation principles you cognize decides whether you are going to build a materialistic ecosystem around you
so-called rational ecosystem around you or an enlightened ecosystem around you, please understand. All the so-called conclusions of the science and rationality is not rationally rational or scientifically scientific. All the cognitions, politicians, social leaders trying to infuse into you are not absolute truth or absolute right. Understand? Neither the cognitions are absolute truth, nor they are rationally rational or scientifically scientific. But unfortunately, the cognitions you cognize decides the quality of life you are going to have. Understand? The ultimate Tyagi, Paramashiva, reveals all the truths as it is in Vedas and Agamas for every one of us to live enlightenment and create an enlightenment ecosystem around us. Please understand. I want to tell you some of my own experiences. If you cognize life is pain, you are going to go on create pain. If you cognize life is bliss, you will go on be creating bliss. If you cognize life is hard work, you are going to go continuously going to create hard work. If you cognize life is joy, you are going to continuously manifest joy. The good news is cognition is conscious process. You can recreate, rebuild, reform, rejuvenate, reinvent, recreate as you want. Cognition is conscious process, not unconscious, random happening. It's a conscious process. You can recreate, rejuvenate, reinvent, redesign, rebuild your conscious process.
Understanding about life, what you are, is going to decide what you do and what you want in your life. When you think you are a child and particular toy is going to give you joy, and the toy is going to be adding life to you, or it is going to be your eternal companion, you feel so strongly attached to the toy. Even if your mother tries to take your toy away and asks you to eat, you shout at her, you disappear, you die, give me the toy. Because at that moment, you think your whole life is going to be the childhood, and the toy is going to add so much joy to you, and the toy is your eternal companion. So naturally, you feel The toy is much more important than anything else. After some time, your understanding about yourself changes. So naturally, your needs changes. When your understanding about yourself evolves, your needs changes. Please understand, having the ultimate understanding about your life and having the right understanding about your needs is what I call renunciation. Vairagya, renunciation. Please understand the word vairagya. Raga means attachment. Araga means detachment. Viraga means beyond attachment or detachment. Vairagya does not mean attachment or detachment. You need to understand the important truth. Viraga is neither attachment nor detachment. It is having the right understanding about your need. Understand, the altered states of awareness is responsible for all the sufferings you have in your life, all the misunderstandings you have in your life. Understand, the other states of awareness like a dream and deep sleep also is part of you. And expand your planning about life. If you are too oriented only on waking state, you will have heavy dreams and completely disturbed sleep. Even now, if you just put your head down, sit in a relaxed way, in 5 minutes your state of awareness will be altered. Your desire, your fear, everything will be different. That time your desire will be, can I stretch my leg? Can I just rest the body a little more? Who wants all these things? Forget about it. Your fear will be, somebody may wake me up, or he may end the satsang soon. This mood is really nice. Or he may continue, go on and on. If he leaves, at least I can go to the room and lie down. In that state of awareness, your fear or greed is different. So understand, alter your state of awareness just one step higher. Just one step higher. How? The toy car has become immaterial for you when you grow up. Your real car will become immaterial when you consciously grow up. Understand? Just altering your state one step higher, taking yourself to Turiya, the fourth state. Suddenly you will see many of your fears are not there. Many of your greed are not there. It's like you are in this country. You are bothered too much about too many things and too many people. Suddenly you are taken away from this country and put somewhere else. All the things which was creating fear, greed, guilt in you, now no more relevant for you. Whole state is different. If you are well settled in US, you will never bother about the old lady sitting in your village, native village, and talking abusively about you. But when you are in that village, her words and her abuse means too much to you. You change many of your actions. No, that otherwise that old lady will chew my head along with her betel leaf. Like how when the place changes, when the condition changes, your strategies and understandings changes. Same way when the awareness changes, your understandings and life changes. Listen. Every moment, the happening in you means your life. Listen carefully. Life. You may be marching towards your goal to achieve something in the outer world or inner world, or you may be just confused and stuck. Whatever. But life is happening to you. Please understand, even feeling confused and getting stuck is life happening. Sometimes people feel you are not even letting us live in confusion and depression a little bit. Understand? Even confusion and feeling stuck is life happening. Life happening. So, in this happening of life, whenever you change the game, like the rules with which you need to play with matter, if you play it with consciousness, the rules with which you need to play with consciousness, if you play it with matter. I'll give you an example. A ship is very safe, most secured in the port when it is docked. What do you call it? Decked or docked? Docked. Whatever. But it is not created just for that purpose. Understand? If you always decide based on law of life, if the ship is parked or locked in the port, it is very safe, most secured. Yes, no doubt. But the purpose of ship is not just being docked in the port. Law of life is only teaching about the most secure things. Flow of life is exciting, adventurous, innovating, opening up different possibilities. Life happening to you every moment. That's the first statement. Even if you feel you are stuck, life is happening. Second statement. Listen. Second statement. When you change the games, when you change the rule of life, when you play law into flow, flow into law, what you go through is pain. Listen. When flow, the life is restrained by the misunderstanding of law, pain is caused. Wherever you need to follow the law of the matter, you try to break it because of your over-enthusiastic flow, suffering is caused. Listen to the third statement. The constant life happening, when you approach it with agitation, every moment, the purification process which is happening in you becomes painful. Listen, purification means more and more understanding of which is law, which is flow. Letting the flow to be, letting the law to protect. Dharma to protect, yama to enjoy. Listen, dharma to protect, yama to enjoy. Bringing more and more understanding about yama and dharma is life, and that process is constant death and constant rebirth. Life is just all about from why me to wow me. Understand? I tell you one more thing. Life is so compassionate. Only minimum chipping is done and maximum polishing is done. It chips really only the minimum required. No. Others get chipped only little bit. I get chipped so much. No. You are in the hands of the most compassionate sculptor, Mahadeva. Especially when he himself comes as a guru. Understand? Some get his land, some get his property, some get his gold, some get his organizations. Whatever, whoever wants, they grab those things with their hands. But to stand without grabbing anything, with folded hands or holding his feet, he picks them up to keep on his shoulder. Understand? Blessed are those who get him as Guru. People who grabbed things with their both hands, they won't be having him as Guru. That is the worst punishment. They don't need any other punishment other than not having him as a Guru for their life. Best thing can happen to you has already happened. Having him as Guru. Listen. The conclusion statement I am making is actually the same as first statement, but step by step I have presented how constant death and constant rebirth is perceived by different mental setup. Whoever feels negative with the life feels constant death is happening. Whoever looks at the life with understanding and reverence will feel constant birth is happening.
Understand, if you have the attitude of why me, even if you are world's richest man, you will not be in the space of completion and relaxed. Just if you develop this one understanding of Tyaga, I don't care about ups and downs. My conscious decisions and conclusions are my life. That's it. That's it. That Tyaga will manifest in tons of ways, like how Tyaga is manifesting in me. I have decided to be ferocious with me and decided to go and be in the temple.
Having don't care attitude about the ignorance, or having something else as your priority than breaking the ignorance or your seeking. Other than seeking or breaking the ignorance, if something else becomes important or more important priority to you, then what you do becomes avidyam upasate, worshipping the ignorance. That is why I insist in every situation, let seeking be your first response. Understand? In all the so-called developed countries, they have something called first response team for any crisis, for any accident, natural calamity or terrorist attack. For any crisis, they have something called first response team. Means the ambulance, the paramedical staff and police, the fire engine, bomb squad, people who rush to the scene and respond to the victims first. who try to attend to the crisis first. They are called first response team. I tell you, let seeking be your first response team for your whole life and all the crises of life. Anything, whether you lost some money in some business or lost your job, any crisis or even good things. You got married or wife ran away. Now anything can be good, anything can be bad as per the person. I don't want to define what is good, what is bad. Or you feel like running away with somebody. Whatever it is. I don't want to say what is good, what is bad and all that. But any situation, good or bad, losing or gaining, crisis or peace, joy or pain, suffering or bliss, let seeking become your first response to anything. When you have a stomach pain, don't think why stomach pain for me, but think why first of all there is a pain for humanity. If you think why stomach pain for me, why disease for me, you will only be Buddha. If you think why pain, suffering at all for the whole humanity, you will become Buddha. Understand? Just Buddha saw the sick person, old person, dead body. But he did not think, why did these fellows come and fall in my eyes? I think bad omen. Why did I see these fellows? I think bad Shakuna, bad omen. These fellows are all the time depressing. He did not think that way. He did not treat them like a black cat running in between. Most of the time when black cat runs across the road, it is not bad omen for you, it is a bad omen for the cat. I was looking into this. Actually, almost in all cultures, this cat omen is there. I thought, why? Then I found out the black cats run around only when they don't get basic food. And if you are in a society where simple food is not available for animals, where it has to run around, then there is something wrong in the society. You need to look in. Actually, the black cat will not run around if he gets even a simple food. Anyhow, now let us not get into the omen science. Let's stop with this. Listen. Whether it's a black cat running or seeing a sick person, Buddha did not look into that as his omen. Or he did not think, oh, these fellows are morning itself, they came and fell in my eyes and I am feeling depressed. No. He asked, why this to humanity? He started throwing tantrum with the cosmos. I tell you, I am really telling you, whoever throws tantrum with the cosmos will be freed from the laws of cosmos. Antandama pravishantiye avidyamupasate, worshipping the ignorance. Putting the seeking as your first response team is what I am doing in Shivoham process. Making the seeking as your first instinct response is the process of Shivoham.
Enlightenment to radiate Advaita with all its powers and siddhis. Never ever have the beggar mentality of acquiring siddhis, accumulating siddhis. It is like you steal in your own father's garden, mango garden. No, you own it. The moment you are my disciple, I tell you, you own the whole cosmos. You are the favorite inheritor of the cosmos. Brahmanyam Bahuputratam.
So whenever I put my initial, I used to feel a lot of pride because my father's name is Arunachalam and my grandfather's name is Annamalai. So Annamalai, Arunachalam, Rajashekaran. So I used to feel a lot of pride. But after seeing Arunagiri Yogeshwara strongly feeling connected, whenever I put that A, I will say Arunagiri, Arunagiri. I always wanted to feel that Arunagiri Yogeshwara is my father, that A symbolizes Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Of course, I went to Arunagiri Yogeshwara one day and said, Swamiji, I wanted you as my father and mother. He laughed and said, I am your father and mother. What is there? Why suddenly asking? He told in a very casual Tamil. அதுக்கு என்னடாப்பா இப்போ நான் தான்டா உனக்கு அம்மையப்பன். இல்ல சாமி, அது எப்படி சும்மா சொல்லக்கூடாது, உண்மையிலேயே அம்மையப்பனா இருக்கணும். I was not that convinced, so I was asking, not just casually, really you should be my father and mother. Then he smiled and said, நான் என்ன பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சாலும் என் கை பண்ணதில்ல, அதே மாதிரி நான் என்ன பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சாலும் உன் மூலம் நான் பண்ணிப்பேன்ல, அதனால தான் உனக்கு நான் தான் அம்மையப்பன். Very simple word. He said, whatever I want, my hand will do. Same way, whatever I want, I can do through your body. I can manifest it through your body because I have this feeling. I am your father and mother. I tell you, giving that feeling to the Guru, you are liberated. If your Guru feels that confidence with you, hey, whatever I want, I can do with my hand. Same way, whatever I want, I can do through this person. Then you are enlightened, you are liberated. I am your Ammayappan. Understand? Non-violence, absolute love, pure Tyaga gives this confidence to Paramashiva about you. Your non-violence and Tyaga gives confidence about you to Paramashiva. Tyagis gain the confidence of Paramashiva. If Paramashiva is confident of you, he can get what he wants done through you. You are liberated. He is your Ammayappan. Everything, all the best things have happened in your life. You can be very clear, you are the inheritor of all the good things of the universe.
I want to tell you this one thing. Raghupat Yogi is a great yogi. Very rare to see is bhakti dimension. He is very secretive about his devotion, bhakti dimension. Once he and me, we both went to my aunt's village. He took me to a temple which is in my aunt's village. That village is called Kuvanur. We went to one Vishnu temple. It's called Adi Tiruvarangam. And then another one Shiva temple, which is in that village Kuvanur. We went to both the temples and we stayed 1 or 2 days with my aunt, pre-monastic aunt. And he used to stay in the temple and I'll stay in the house and go also to temple to be with him. And few days, one of my aunt's relative, of course, my pre-monastic relative also, his name is Paramashivoham. He had 2 wives. One wife is from Tiruvannamalai. First wife did not have a child, so they did a second marriage. In those days, it's a tradition. When first wife doesn't have a child, they will have a second marriage done. But after the second wife came and second wife gave birth to a child, first wife also gave birth to a child. So they both lived happily. That's not a big problem. Maybe small little, some problems will be there, usual, the household issues, but there is no big issue. They both lived in the same house. But the second wife is a very sweet person. She will always keep herself very happy and very matured and such a welcoming way, not only for her husband, for the whole family. So when we went there, he came to that second wife's house. She gave food for me and my guru and she took care of everyone. After we came to temple, Raghupati Yogi told me, understand how she keeps herself happy, makes everyone feeling welcomed. Keep your heart like that same way for Paramashiva. Always make sure you are the second wife for him, who is waiting for him to come to your heart to reside. Never ever any complaining or ill feeling or incompletion can enter into your heart.
family with the same wife, with the same life. So, what is my question? That does it mean that if you are suffering intensely, you are progressing on your path towards God?
Two things. The statement which I made, the same wife, same life, same car, just a jovial statement. But to tell you honestly, neither your wife nor your car or your house is same as yesterday's. It is different. You can't step into the same river twice. I tell you, you can't even step into the same river even once. See, the moment you put your foot, before even it reaches the ground, water moves away. So, your wife is updating herself. Your life is updating itself. The whole existence is constantly updating itself. So my statement, the same wife, same car, same thing, was told in a more casual sense and a jovial sense and how you feel. But that is not the case. Actual truth. That's the first thing. Second thing, if we are suffering, are we growing towards God? No. Something seriously wrong. I can say, in the initial level, you will not have suffering, you will have suffocation. Suffocation is what Ramakrishna calls the seeking or the intense yearning. Vyakulata, that is the word Bhagavan uses, Ramakrishna is using. Vyakulata, the intense yearning. There will be suffocation, not suffering. Suffocation means feeling that you are not enough. You have not expanded what you can. You are not doing what you can. It's just like missing some part of you. It won't be a suffering. Suffering is different, suffocation is different. Suffering is something when you think, I need this, and you are not achieving. That is suffering. Suffocation is, you know you are something, but you have not become that. Suffocation is from within, suffering from outside. Suffocation is from prarabdha, suffering is from agamya. Prarabdha means the potentiality which you brought with you is prarabdha. Agamya is the desires which you accumulated after coming here. The accumulated desires bring suffering, the agamya brings suffocation. Suffocation inspires and helps you to expand, open up, break. Suffering puts you in deep depression. So I feel suffocation will just explode into joy. There won't be suffering between you and the enlightenment or the Atmajnana. So I can't accept the word if you are suffering more, you are going towards divine, towards God. According to my experience, not only goal, even the path is Anandamaya. Path and goal, both are Anandamaya. In the initial level, the suffocation will be there. Please understand the difference between the suffocation and suffering. Suffering is from the accumulated desires. Suffocation is from your inborn prarabdha, tendency, the potential energy. So when a seed has not become tree, when the seed is about to break, it has that suffocation, vyakulata. But suffering is after you become tree, suddenly you want maybe 2-3 houses built on you or 2-3 cars so that you can get into that. Tree can't move, which you try to accumulate something which is not directly yours, your very quality. That is what I call suffering. Suffering is from akamya, suffocation is from prarabdha. Prarabdha, suffocation may be there in the initial level in your spiritual path, but akamya, the suffering or depression cannot be there in your spiritual journey. Then there is something wrong if the suffering is there. First sit and clear the suffering. That's a basic need to start your journey. Thank you.
The first few important truths, the sacred secrets you need to know. Biggest human suffering is self-doubt self-denial, self-hatred. If I have to organize it one by one, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. First, it starts as self-doubt, flowers as self-hatred, becomes fruit in self-denial. That is the way step by step it moves. Please understand, the worst disease human beings suffer. I tell you, actually only after this self-doubt comes, God becomes human. I tell you, all your patterns, root patterns, the father of your root patterns, great-grandfather of your root patterns, great-grandmother of your root patterns, everything is your self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. The moment you want something, you declare to yourself, you will not get it. If you have to get it, you will have to struggle, literally give your whole life to it. How many of you are able to cognize what I am saying? That is what exactly I call it self-denial. Which is not true, please understand. Even though society makes you believe your self-denial is fact, it is not fact. All incarnations land on the planet Earth just to tell you this one truth. Your self-denial, your self-hatred, self-doubt is not truth or fact. That's all. That's all. You are more than what you believe as you, because what you believe as you is framed by your self-denial, self-hatred and self-doubt. No one can give you suffering. No one can take away what you want from your life. The great hope, the great truth, the greatest good news, which is truth, is you are not an ordinary being as you perceive because of your self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. Complete all these three. Every human being should be taught the science of completing with self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. When you start working on this, completing with self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial, so much of Kundalini energy awakens, that energy will automatically guide you to create what you want, achieve what you want. That energy will automatically liberate you, lead you to ultimate enlightenment. In my temples, only 3 demons will be portrayed. That is self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. People should complete with these three and only then enter my temple. Only then you can enter into the space of divine. Please understand, all hatred you have with others is hatred which is there in you, about you. All doubt you have about others is nothing but the doubt you have in you. All denial you have about others is nothing but the denial you have about you inside. Complete these three inside, you will see suddenly the world will be different for you. I am not saying world will become different for everyone, it will become different for you. Because ultimately, you create your world. You create your world. Self-hatred, naturally creates hatred about you everywhere. Self-doubt naturally creates doubt about others in you, in others about you. Self-denial naturally makes you deny others, others you. That is the source of all sufferings. That is the source of all bad things.
Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, even if the whole world outside and your whole world inside tries to delude you and denies the reality. The reality is you are Paramashiva. Even if the whole world outside tries to deny it, or your whole world inside tries to deny it. Ferociousness means powerfully standing with the truth, uncompromising, absolutely not letting the outer world to add any self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial inside you. The world or my world. See, your outer world is the world and your inner self, your inner space is your world, my world. For you, my world. For me, my world. The world or the impacts of the world on my world, nothing should be allowed to dilute you, to lower you, powerfully standing up with the truth. This ferociousness listen. I'll give you multiple definitions to make you understand ferociousness. This is the first definition. The outer world whether it manifests, behaves as you want or not, or the impact of the outer world on your inner world, whether that goes as per your whims and fancies or not, the truth, absolute truth, the ultimate truth should be cognized, powerfully concluded, uncompromisingly. I will repeat now. You are Paramashiva is the truth, ultimate truth. You should come to this conclusion because it is truth, not because if you believe you are Paramashiva, you can manifest powers, you can have this, you can have that. All that as a reason. See, when you cognize you are Paramashiva, you will manifest powers, no doubt. You will play with life, no doubt. Your whole life will be Leela, no doubt. But you should cognize you are Paramashiva because that is the truth. Not because there is a utility value because of that truth. That is the truth. So, deciding to cognize the truth uncompromisingly because it is truth, powerfully, is ferociousness.
Patanjali explains the great truth about our deep craving for suffering. Please understand. Constantly we crave for sufferings. So many reasons. One, when suffering happens to you, you get lot of attention from others. Many kids fall sick just to get mother's attention. Otherwise, mother is too busy. By and by, your unconsciousness learns the habit. If you fall sick, you will have attention. The next step is not only to get others' attention, even to get your own attention, you fall sick. You think if you don't fall sick, you are not attending yourself. You are too busy and society demands you to attend too many things. Body and mind says, no, fall sick, that's the best thing. Falling sick is almost kind of a holding so that you will give attention to yourself. And unfortunately, by and by, mind learns this technique and permanently falls sick, makes yourself handicapped. That is what is some inferiority complex about your body structure, some inferiority complex about your mental structure, some inferiority about you, whether you are beautiful or not, some inferiority about which you don't have, can never have. This idea of some inferiority which you don't, can never have becomes such a strong sickness. You go on giving attention to you just because of this one reason. Suffering gives you a kind of a heaviness, shape, identity, feeling of existence, boundary. Joy always gives you the boundaryless feeling. You can see people who are levitating, the first thing I see in them is the joy in their face, extraordinary joy and the laughter. Just yesterday one devotee from Bangalore came and told me, Swamiji, I saw that 3-minute video and tried and broke my back. I said, don't try. She was trying to jump. It's not that she was heavy, she's medium weight only, but tried to jump, it seems, and nothing worked, and the more she tried and she only fell and broke the back. Means joy permeates your backbone, permeates your biomemory. You became first psychologically light and physically light. As I was saying, this is the science. Under the every hair pore, there is a air bag which can hold the subtlest form of prana, which is samana. When that air bags get filled like a balloon, body starts floating. The first thing will happen when the air bag gets filled is joy. Even when you work out physically, if you bring joyful memories, that air bag will get filled. Never have violent memories, violent thoughts when you work out. When you move your body and put weight on your body, start working out, don't have violent thoughts. Let it be more romantic and pleasant. Have photographs of the people or memory of the people who create romance and pleasant feeling in you, not violent, aggressive. If you have that pleasantness, romance, the samana will get filled. The unconscious hanging, unconscious craving for pain is one of the worst engram with which humanity is suffering. Somehow the hypocrisy-based society always has a deep craving for pain. See, Krishna was worshipped in all enlightenment-based parts of Indian society. Indian society has two major parts, the enlightenment-based part and hypocrisy-based part. That's what they call morality. The social morality. See, understand, the social understanding of morality is just hypocrisy. It's not morality. It's like a weapon used to pull somebody when you don't have any other weapon, any other way. Like this society, civilization, that part of India worships Krishna. But for enlightenment, you cannot feel attracted to Krishna. And this hypocrisy-based civilization, they go on worshipping suffering. Krishna's consciousness such a extraordinary joy. I wanted you to know some of the details. Krishna lived with Gopikas only till the age of 11 years only. Afterwards he was out. But always Krishna is portrayed with Gopikas, as if he spent his whole life with Gopikas, because he is symbol of joy. Same way, he lost and ran away from one war and got killed by a hunter. I think many of you may not even know this story. Krishna was murdered. He was killed by a hunter with poison arrow. You would have never even heard this story. You will never see a photograph or a statue of Krishna being killed, because he is representation of joy. And you will always see Krishna victoriously standing and giving Vishwarupa Darshana to Arjuna, or winning the Mahabharata war. You do not know, 17 times he was defeated by Jarasandha. 17 times Jarasandha came back as Gajini Muhammad and destroyed Dwarika and Somnath. Jarasandha, and Krishna ran away from the war field. Ranki Chor Rai, they call in Gujarat, Ranki Chor Rai. Ran away from the war field. But nowhere it will be represented, because he is embodiment of joy. Even running away was such a romantic experience for him. Nowhere the pain is painted, because the pain was never painted in his inner space. It could never be painted in his biography, in his history. Unless something gets painted in your inner space, it can never be painted in your history. If something is painted in your history, how much you try to change, it will be painted in the biography. In your inner space, anything is painted, will come out in biography, in history. Because the incidence shows. Krishna lived only till the age of 11 with Gopikas, and you will be surprised, the love affair between Radha and Krishna was only 1.5 years. Really, totally 1.5 years of love affair only is recorded. The romance was only 1.5 years. Before that they were kids and they did not have chance to spend time together. They spent time together only 1.5 years. But if you see, they are shown as eternally together. Anywhere you see, Radha will be there. Where Krishna is there, Radha will be there. Whether it is a temple or painting or statue or anything. But one funny thing, Sita was away from Rama only 6 months. Only 6 months. But always the Ramayana is portrayed as if they suffered a long separation. Chronologically, it is just 6 months. 13.5 years they had such a funny, romantic life in forest. Really. 14 years of forest life, 13.5 years, they had a very very graceful and great romantic life. 13.5 years, because they were living with 7 rishis. Only that 7 of them know Rama is incarnation. Nobody else knows he is an incarnation. So he was taken care by 7 people who knows he is an incarnation. He had a great fun. Only 6 months chronologically they were separate, but that 6 months scene is shown as 3 Ganta. Aranyaganda, Sundaraganda, Yuddhaganda. 3 cantos for 6 months. Here, it's only 1.5 years of romance, and it is shown as a whole life. So the idea they represent. Krishna represents the joy and ability to shed all the sufferings. I tell you, joy is the only way the way to wither away your will. Your will can never wither away by pain. With more pain, your will become more stronger on you. With joy, it will just wither away. It will just be an ecstasy.
Intense prayer is the most powerful antidote for depression. If you have a very systematic depression pattern, like at particular time every day you feel heavily depressed and mood swing. For some people it will be like a early morning, almost like don't want to get out of bed and killing themselves with thoughts and emotions and depression. For some people, late evening, can't stand evenings, and fear will start by the time evening comes. Oh God, how I am going to handle myself today. If you have any of this kind of pattern, the depression pattern, I tell you, prayer is the most powerful antidote. Just study the depression pattern, the exact time it starts. Just at that time, pick up the Sahasranama of your Ishta Devata. If your Ishta Devata is Shiva, pick up Shiva Sahasranama. If Devi, pick up Lalita Sahasranama. If Vishnu, pick up Vishnu Sahasranama. Durga, pick up Durga Sahasranama. Pick up that Sahasranama. Do not do the stupidity of just like a ritualistically Vishwam Vishnu Vashatkaro Bodha Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu Bodhatma Bodha Bhatyatma dan. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Srimata Sri Maharangi Srimat Simhasaneshwari Chitaknikunda Sambodha Deva Karya Samatyata Udyat Bana Sahasrava Koti Bana Samanvita. I have seen always these people who do Sahasranama. After 2-3 minutes, they will be just seeing the number on the side. Oh, when it is going to become 1000, it's only now 200. Oh, it's only now 300. Don't do that. Pick up every nama, every word. Read the meaning in your mother tongue and cherish, intensely pray. Visvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu, who is embodiment of the whole existence, who is just resting in Yoga Samadhi, maintaining the whole thing in the eternal Shanta Swarupa, in that Paramashanta space in Yoga Samadhi, just by the Sannitya, who is filling the whole existence. Prabhu, I may not be able to appreciate your existence in my cognition level. That is why I am torturing myself with depression, doubt about my life and existence and everything. Please give me the powerful cognition. I know you are real because my Guru told me. My Guru told me you are real. Yes, I have not yet realized, but my Guru will not lie to me. He will not lie to me. And he has no reason to lie to me. He told me, you are real. I know you are real. Please make me cognize you are real. So I will develop trust on me and on you and on life and get out of this depression. Talk in the language you think. For each nama, each mantra, remember that your Ishta Devata is real. Please understand, the concept of Ishta Devata is unique to Hindu tradition. I want all of you to know, I connect with the ultimate as Paramashiva and Parashakti. But I am absolutely sure, listen to this statement. Even if you think Vishnu is the ultimate, you will achieve ultimate. If you think Ganapati is ultimate, you will achieve ultimate. If you think Parashakti is ultimate, you will achieve ultimate. If you think Subramanya is ultimate, you will achieve ultimate. If you think Surya is ultimate, you will achieve ultimate. Please understand. Parabrahma, Paramashiva, Parashakti, Paramapadam of Vishnu. All this leads you to the ultimate, makes you experience ultimate. Please understand. The truth of Ishta Devata is unique to Hinduism. Let me tell you very clearly, I am revealing this truth, the ultimate secret, with the permission of Paramashiva, with the blessings of Kalabhairava. It is the truth as it is. Never ever worry which form of the God you are worshipping or connected. Decide that form is the Parama for you, ultimate. That's all. If you want, you can add the Parama, ultimate, to that your Ishta Devatas cognition about you. If Ganapati is your Ishta Devata, decide Mahaganapati, Paramaganapati, Paramburule, Paramburule, Mahaganapati, Mahaganapati, Paramburule, or the ultimate reality, O Mahaganapati. That's all. listen intensely. Life is neither suffering nor joy. Life is neither pain nor pleasure. Life has to be triggered inside you from the great cosmic truths of the parallel universe. That's all. The moment you feel the suffocation, liberation starts in you.
Okay.
It is like a gold touching the mercury. The moment gold and mercury comes in contact, gold starts melting. Same way, the moment you feel the suffocation, it starts melting. And sometime we ourselves ask Sadashiva this as a boon. I may not be able to handle myself pushing me towards liberation. You better appear in the form of suffocation to me and go on pushing me towards liberation. Why Tirunavukar got the stomach pain? He actually asked Sadashiva, till you fill my heart, let my stomach torture me. So that is the way he got that disease. He feels in the world I may forget the whole purpose. So better you be available in the form of this suffocation. So till I become completely enlightened, you be driving me from the stomach.
Oh my God.
Sometimes even we ourselves make this happen.
And we will not be aware of this at all.
I tell you, there is something called soft sufferings. Soft suffering means actually without any problem you will be suffering. Those soft sufferings are usually boons. You take it and come down.
Okay.
For example, actually somebody is handicapped. Actually somebody is in the poverty. Actually somebody is like a mad or that and all is actual karma. But there is something called soft suffering. Actually there is no reason, but you will be going on suffering. It's called soft suffering, which is boon. It's like a for alarm clock. You give the key, and this is the key you give.
Okay.
So you yourself decide, I have to become enlightened within this birth. So my acceleration speed is not enough.
Okay.
Devi, please accelerate me.
Oh.
Whatever it may take, I am ready for that. Whenever you give that kind of a commitment, she gives soft suffering.
Okay.
She will never give you hard suffering. Hard suffering comes by karma.
Okay.
Soft suffering comes by boon.
Oh.
All soft suffering is come only as a boon. If I have the body which gets tired, then I know the signs to get out of tiredness. Understand? What do you mean by saying your body gets tired? Then you know there is a space where you are not tired. When you know there is a space where you are not tired, you know now there is a space where you are not tired and where you are tired. Now, it's only a simple science we need to manifest, where we are not tired. You may just have to find out the basic secrets. What keeps me not tired? Physically, simple things, pitta. I tell you, almost 99% of your tiredness, boredom, depression, all are physical problems, not mental. Actually, if you are depressed, the best way to get out of depression is tell 2-3 people to torture you. No, really. When you have a real problem, you will not create this soft suffering. You just need a strong 2-3 people to torture you. Then the whole problem is solved.
Because there is no suffering from outside, you just go on torture yourself. Soft suffering is luxurious suffering. It is like the fellows who don't do hard work, the fellows who don't walk to go and buy vegetables in their real life, try to run on the cycle which does not move from one place. Soft suffering is the luxurious replacement of the real suffering. When you do not have the real one and you want to have that pavam feeling, enjoying pavam feeling is pavi. Who is papi? Who enjoys the pavam feeling, who cherishes the victimhood, is sinner.
I'll tell you one small incident. One guy came to my guru, Isaki Swamigal, who talks very less usually. I still remember this incident. He came to Isaki Swamigal for stomach pain, some constipation or some stomach pain. And he was complaining because of that stomach pain. All his joy is lost. He used to be all the time joyful, smiling. Because of the stomach pain, everything is lost. Isaki Swami just gave a little vibhuti and asked him, apply it on your stomach and sleep. Come back after 24 hours. That guy was filled with doubt and frustration, saying, oh, I am suffering with this stomach pain for last 8 years and you are giving me little vibhuti and asking me to apply it on the stomach, not even giving something for me to take inside as the medicine. In Indian villages, I have seen, only if you do big treatment, you are a big doctor. You have to make that fellow lie down, put many injection, and if possible, even IV. If you do big, then you become a big doctor. Isaki Swamigal is a Hindu doctor, Hindu Vaidya. He knows all the methodology, even modern medicine. He used to even give injections if needed. He has made himself as a self-taught. Even in modern medicine, of course, the traditional Vaidya Shastra he learnt from his Guru Parampara, very traditional way. Anyhow, he gave this vibhuti. That guy was ranting, but Isaki Swami did not answer. He just kept quiet. That fellow went and tried applying on the stomach and sleeping as usual, as it is supposed to happen. He became all right, completely all right. Not only the stomach pain disappeared, the bleeding he used to have stopped. He ran and came back. He said, I'm completely all right. But still there is no joy in his face. Bhagavan asked, Isaki Swami asked, Ippa sandosham thane? Now you are happy, na? He said, no, happiness has to come from inside, na? Only if it comes from inside, I can be happy. He smiled and said, being sad, you built it with a lot of effort, convincing you with false ideas, logic. But to be happy, you expect it should come from automatically within. It's like you dump 1 ton shit on a diamond and you expect the diamond should shine beyond the shit you dumped. You consciously dumped sadness on you, multiple times convincing you. See, as a baby, we are all bubbly, excited, joyful, natural existence. The existential reality was joy and excitement, jumping, dancing. You convinced yourself with millions of ideas, millions of times to become sad. And after you are successful in making you sad, you expect joy should come automatically. Hey, jump like a baby, laugh, roll. That is your natural existence. That is your natural way. See Papa's Kandamata and do. That is your natural way of existence. Your sadness is artificial. But your mind is so cunning, it makes you believe your happiness should be natural. Your happiness is natural. But you dumped so much sadness on you, you made your sadness like natural. Then natural, you have to break it and reclaim your joy as natural. So understand first your joy, jumping, excited, inspired state is your nature. You made it disappear from your life and you made sadness natural. So now it is your responsibility to reclaim your original nature and jump. That's what they call it. They say in English, there is a proverb, fake it till you make it. You don't even need to fake it. It is your original status. Jump, dance, it's your original status. Be blissful, it's your original status. You just need to reclaim. Actually, in reality, delusion itself is because of your non-involvement, inactivity, withdrawal. When an elephant sleeps, even a wolf and fox will try to bite his leg. Listen. When an elephant sleeps, wolf and fox will try to bite his leg. When a lion is fast asleep, even wolves and foxes will try to eat the meat. Listen carefully. I'll repeat. Because the lion is sleeping, wolves and foxes get the courage to come near the lion, try to eat the leftover meat. Because the elephant is sleeping, wolves and foxes will try to come and bite the feet of the elephant. Try to take a bite. Because you are not involved with yourself, even your delusion is invited upon you. Listen. Why you have nightmare? Because you fell into the lower conscious identity. Your decision to fall into the lower conscious identity naturally invites nightmare in you. Your decision to wake up to the higher identity not only will throw away the nightmare, it can throw away all delusions and illusions. You get multiple types of emotions, almost all emotions every day. Sometimes lust, sometimes greed, sometimes fear, sometimes the multiple versions of fear, sometimes worry, sometimes love, sometimes attention giving, sometimes attention asking, sometimes jealousy, sometimes comparison. Various emotions, sometimes the willpower, sometimes arrogance, sometimes frustration, different emotions I can describe. All kinds of emotions you get. But logically, through your conscious decision, the thought currents or emotions which you cherish stays inside you and starts getting fermented. The good news is, no emotion gets fermented inside you. No fermentation of emotions happens inside you without your conscious support. You should understand that. Due to the unconscious lifestyle, you collect many addictive patterns and empower them with your parasites. And those parasites nicely getting empowered, sitting inside you, literally not just rule your life, ruin your life. Haritaki is the most beautiful way to get rid of multiple parasites sitting in your muscle memory. I can give you lots of examples. If you are married, you know backseat driving. How your spouse sits in the back seat and drives you. Same way, the parasites sit inside your stomach and drives you. It drives you crazy. I don't need to tell that. You know it.
You are not negligible part of the existence. When you consider you are a negligible part of the existence, or you are an accident, or you are cursed, these are the multiple identities you try to associate due to the frustration and low self-identity. You give life to that identity. Because you give life to it, that becomes reality. Listen. The good news I have is, unconsciously, if you cherish even 10,000 years, you are a cursed being. Consciously, if you declare even once, you are a blessed being. The conscious declaration overpowers 10,000 unconscious cherished thought current, because even if 10,000 years a room is in darkness, one matchstick is enough to light it in 1 second. Listen. All powerlessness, all fear related thought currents, and all low self inner image you are cherishing, which puts you in powerless, is not clutched to consciousness. You need to understand that. They're all there indirectly receiving or sucking the energy from consciousness, but they are not supported by consciousness. That is why the asuras, how much ever powers they may get, finally they do not exist.
Listen carefully. Categorization, generalization, judging. All this is taught to you as a science of life. But all this leads more and more delusion. Listen carefully. I wanted to put this on record clearly. Generalizing, categorizing, classifying, passing judgments about people, about situation, about communities, about societies, about political parties, about the world happenings, all this is absolute delusion due to non-involvement. Delusion-based decisions are bound to lead to suffering and more ignorance. Life does not demand you to deal too much of informations or too much of stress and the load and fear and insecurity. First, understand that your life needs only simple decisions from your Paramashanta Swarupa. For example, when you are thirsty, water bottle is there in front of you, just pick up the bottle and drink. If the water bottle is not there, get up, go to kitchen and get water and drink. That's all. Instead, you are being taught, oh, when you are weak, when you are feeling tired, when you are thirsty, you may be dehydrated, you will not have the enough strength in your biceps and muscles to pick up a glass and pick up the water and drink. Please start working out now. Take this protein powder. take this non-veg, take this, drink that blood, this muscles, this flesh, and build your body. So when you are thirsty, you can just get up and without any dehydration, difficulty, you can start drinking water. And to substantiate the statement we are making, we have thousands of studies, researches done on people. Listen. Practice this simple Paramashanta Swarupa for few days. Taste this ultimate silence for few days. Like these kids, when they are addicted to toffee, they will keep the toffee in the mouth all the time. When they need to go somewhere, they will take it and put the wrapper, keep it in the packet. They will go and do all their play and everything, and they will come back. When they are free, again they will take it and put it in the mouth and start tasting it. In Tamil villages, we used to say, kuchmitai. Just like how the kids enjoy the toffee whenever they are free, decide to enjoy the Paramashanta Swarupa, ultimate peace who is sitting inside you. Whenever you have time, just sit all that time happily in Paramashiva's face. Paramashanta. This whole cosmos is happening. Big bangs happening, black holes happening, universes manifesting, playing, merging, time zones happening, playing, merging. You are there in that Paramashanta Swarupa as Paramashiva, witnessing this whole drama. If you just bring the oneness to your intellectual understanding and your inner cognition, apply that in every aspect of your life, relationships, health. Even if you have a simple headache, apply oneness as the first solution. You may ask how to apply oneness on headache. I'll give you very simple understanding. Just see where the pain is and see me, oneness within me cannot be uncomfortable within me. If something is uncomfortable within me, then that me is not in oneness with me. Let me see where me is not in oneness with me. Just start searching for that. You will see me becomes one with me and headache disappears. If there is a headache, me is not in oneness with me. Let me see which part of me is not in oneness with me. Just start searching. I tell you, simply headache will disappear. And please listen. I'm not giving you false ideas. Just take little sacred ash. Tell Paramashiva, Oh Mahadeva, Paramashiva, I know oneness is an energy which can be mixed with any object, and that object will manifest and radiate that electromagnetic energy of oneness. So let this sacred ash be mixed with that electromagnetic energy of your oneness. Let your oneness be invoked in this sacred ash and apply that on your forehead with the Mahavagya Nityananda Paramashivoham. It is equivalent to applying oneness on your forehead, and you will see headache disappears. I am not giving you some method like a placebo, fluke, click. No. Understand? What I am talking is far beyond placebo. It is oneness effect, not placebo effect. The electromagnetic force, maybe I can use a new word, cosmomagnetic force of oneness can be infused into any object. You can infuse that within you and without you, both. Within you and without you, both. When I lived my Parivrajika life, means body was moving around without will, devoid of will, just with the flow of Paramashiva, Prakriti and Purusha, Paramashiva and Parashakti. The sacred ash is the only medicine. That is the mosquito repellent. That is the blanket. That is everything. Cold, apply sacred ash. Mosquitoes, apply sacred ash. Animals are in the forest and they may attack you, apply sacred ash. For anything, applying sacred ash was the solution. I'll take the sacred ash, invoke the powerful oneness cognition into it, the electromagnetic energy of oneness, infuse that into that sacred ash and apply all over the body. That's it. I tell you, this is one of the powerful Mahavakya I received from Annamalai Swamigal. This is, I should say, that from the Ramana Sampradaya, the tradition, ecosystem of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. Very casually, he put this in me. Deham naham, koham soham. Like how in the schools you learn Baba, black sheep. See, the rhymes you learn plays a major role in your thinking. Don't think rhymes are just funny. This is the most beautiful rhyme for enlightenment I learned. Deham naham, koham soham. Deham means body, naham, I am not. Then koham, who am I? Soham, Paramashiva is me. I can say that I just can build full-fledged temple for Annamalai Swamigal, just putting this one rhyme inside my head. Even while I walk to the restroom, the schools, they will give an interval break, 10 minutes. You have to run to the restroom and come back. Even while running to the restroom, I will sing this only. Deham naham koham soham. நினைக்க நினைக்க நெஞ்சூறுதே அண்ணாமலையானே உன் மண்ணின் மகிமையோ காற்றின் கிருபையோ Listen, the rhymes you cherish inside you matters. The words you cherish inside you matters. The words you cherish inside you for 6 months will become reality within a year. At least it will become like a echo chamber for you. ECHO, echo chamber for you, around you. These rhymes, these great beings have put inside my head so casually. I started going to Annamalai Swamigal because he will give that candy and all that for the kids, whoever brings to have his darshan, candy and other sweet. He will give it to all those kids. Very casually, he put these great truths inside my head. If you know little Sanskrit, you will understand this 4 word is the essence of whole Hinduism. Deham means body. Naham, not my core, me. Me. Deham is mine, but not me. Naham, koham, then who am I? Soham, Paramashiva. Even when I am running to the washroom, from the class to the washroom, I will try to run. Deham naham koham soham, deham naham koham soham, deham naham koham soham. And run. Finish. Run back. Deham naham koham soham, deham naham koham soham. This constantly going on with this created a kind of an echo chamber around me. And if you remain hungry and put Mahavagya and powerful cognitions into your system, so much detoxification will happen. Literally 90% you will get established in oneness and enlightenment. You do not need mental work, you need physical work. Means we need to work only on your body. I have given you too much initiation, too much of powerful cognitions, and from here itself I can give enlightenment to you left and right, just like that. It's not at all a big job. In English, what you say, piece of cake. You use any word. Just, I need your body to be detoxified, so when I pour me in you, you can hold. It is literally cosmic union. I can make the cosmic union happen with any one of you at any time now, especially with this whole vibration of that love. That is why I insist on you moving to liquid diet, at least next for 21 days. Liquid diet, chanting of Mahavagya, vibrate yourself with the Mahavagya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, and spend as much time as possible with oneness capsules and satsangs, these powerful cognitions. And I tell you, these powerful cognitions will get rooted in your biomemory. When you don't give the job of grinding food to your intestine, see, you have 3 things 24 hours happening in you: blood circulation, breathing, digestion. You cannot stop blood circulation. You cannot stop breathing. But if you just reduce the load of digestion, both get impacted. The breathing becomes very deep and the whole blood circulation becomes so pure. Consciousness, the pure Paramashiva, starts reflecting in your system more powerfully in a higher frequency.
I am giving you all the real secrets of Raja.
Such a powerful session this was. Wow. Just chant Mahavakya and reduce that load of digestion. That's all. Just go on chanting Mahavakya. Understand, actually, each time you chant Mahavakya, you are literally invoking Swamiji. Swamiji manifests that. He really manifests. Such a powerful session we all just had, and hope all of you enjoyed this session. How was your experience today? Can I request all the participants to please share with us? How did you enjoy today's day? Because tomorrow we are going to be learning about the Kala Tattva, the principle of time. Any issues with time that you have, and going beyond time. Kala is not time as we understand. Nityatva, Nirantaratva. What is the Nirantaratva and what is Nityatva? We are going to learn all these secrets tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the darshan of Swamiji as Bhagavan Veerabhadramurti. So let's get ready. And tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the program is going to be beginning. So make sure you're logging in. And with this, we're coming to the conclusion of today's sessions. And thank you so much to each one of you. I see a lot of messages. Thank you all. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having each one of you here. And let's meet tomorrow at 7 a.m. And make sure you're inviting anyone who's especially struggling with time management. And if someone is repeating the same type of patterns again and again and again, tomorrow's day will be for them. Make sure you invite all of them. And let's conclude today's day, offering our gratitude for the divine lotus feet of Swamiji. Let's conclude now with Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavashi Nityananda Paramashiva Padakarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you all, Nityanandam.